So this is Dennis, better known
Hi.
as Dr. D,
Yep.
and comes highly recommended by Aniff Akinola.
Mm.
Says you're a great storyteller. Pressure's on.
Yeah. Not really. I don't know where he gets that from. It's probably because I always catch him when I've got something to say.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
probably what it is.
You started out DJing at the Reno Club, didn't you?
Yeah. First proper club.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
When was that?
Talking the very early 80s.
Yeah.
I can't remember the exact date, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah. I had a quick look on the M archive, and it said you worked there every night of the week for a while when
Yeah.
you started.
7 nights of the week.
Yeah.
We started around 10 o'clock and finished about 4:35, sometimes 5:30.
Yeah.
And DJ'd the whole night.
Yeah.
Usually just one DJ, Herbie or Persian.
What was the music in Reno?
Sort of soul and funk and jazz influence music. Herbie Hancock.
Yeah.
John Handy. Sort of, yeah, just general black music. Not Northern Soul, though.
Yeah.
Not the Northern Soul type of music. It was a lot more funky.
Where would the records come from? Would they be imported or?
Generally, spinning, probably.
Yeah.
Kevin Edwards.
No, I don't know that.
Oh, don't you? Kevin. Kevin used to work at Spinning.
Yeah.
And he was our source of exclusive stuff.
Yeah.
And he'd turn up at the weekend and he'd have all sorts. And you'd go to the club and play it, and everyone would go crazy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Loads of stuff.
I don't know much about them other than Russ, Kenny and Harry. I don't know much about Spinning prior to that.
Kevin was our man.
Yeah.
We knew Russ and Kenny and them, but Kevin was our man. Kevin was one of us.
Yeah.
And he was a good guy, and he always kept that thing that he think we'd wanted to play in the Reno.
Yeah.
Because Reno was a great spot.
Yeah.
The tunes that we used to break were picked up later on by everybody else. I can't praise it enough.
Yeah.
I wish it could come back, but it won't.
Was it you and Hewan?
No, Persian.
Yeah.
It was Persian that started it. It's a whole history. I used to go to the Reno in the late 70s when I was young, really young. And one night Persian said to me, "Why don't you play a few tunes?" And I did, and that was it. Because I had music anyway. I just bought my tunes the next night and just started playing.
Yeah.
That was it, a long time ago.
What was it? Was it a big venue or could it hold many?
It was a basement. The speakers were on the wall like that.
Yeah.
And the quality wasn't great, but the atmosphere made up for it.
Yeah.
It was only small, down some steep steps. There's a gambling room in the back where you could play pool or card games. And that was it. It was you'd have to be there to experience it.
Yeah.
It was a legendary club.
And there's no footage of it, is there? There's no photographs or...
No, because we didn't have mobile phones.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have any way of recording it. There's a handful of photographs of people that were in there, but there wasn't many.
Yeah.
And we sort of avoided all that. We weren't interested in recording it. We were just having a good time.
Yeah. Do you know when we chatted on the phone, you said Muhammad Ali went there?
Yeah, Muhammad Ali. I didn't see him, but Muhammad Ali went there. I wasn't there that night.
Yeah.
Loads of people went there. Loads. Craig Charles used to go there regularly.
Did I?
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Frankie Beverly Mays. What used to happen is when bands used to come to Manchester and do like the Apollo or somewhere, we'd meet them and they'd always say, "Where did the black people hang out?"
Yeah.
And then we'd take them down to Reno.
Yeah.
So there was always loads and loads of well-known people down there.
Yeah.
Plus people that worked in town, they'd come down because it was open late and they could have a drink. And those that smoke weed
Yeah.
get a smoke. But it was a cracking club.
Yeah.
I miss it.
Do you know what I found really interesting when I was chatting to you on the phone? So you'd automatically assume some of the older crowd that they want to do it on the Reno and the gallery and that 80s era. But you were saying the best era for you was like the house music era.
Yeah, the Reno was like the Genesis, but the Hacienda and the rave scene, that was the lick.
Yeah.
That was the best, most exciting time.
Yeah. I was looking at flyers before on I think it was on the MDM archive, and I didn't realise the places that you did. You did Precinct 13, didn't you?
Yeah, forgot about that.
Yeah.
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 I played probably at every club back in the day in Manchester.
Did you do the Konspiracy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got some wicked memories of there.
Have you?
Yeah. See, the thing is, when the Reno was coming to its end and I stopped playing there, I used to do a thing called the Soul Blues. And we used to have parties, like Shabin kind of things, but we used to play soul, not reggae. We'd set a bar up, put a PA in, and have parties for 2 nights, sometimes 3 nights.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of the Reno, when the time that the kitchen opened, we changed the music a bit, and we left all our slow records at home and just brought all the quicker ones out, and the pace quickened. Then all of a sudden, people's Ecstasy and stuff, and the kitchen and everything just changed slightly.
Yeah.
And then it just went boom.
Yeah, it did.
And that was it.
Yeah.
Parties and in the field and going to Blackburn.
Did you go to Blackburn Raves?
Yeah, we went everywhere. Then I met Eric from 808 and Andrew and Darren.
Yeah.
Started hanging out with them. Eric used to get me loads of DJing work, and we went out DJing. I got a PA system. I mean, Eric used to run the PA, and then we used to do parties.
Yeah.
Loads of parties and clubs night. Like Most Excellent.
Oh, right, yeah.
There's so many that I can't remember what we did. But we did an awful lot of small raves and things, carrying speakers and DJing and staying up all night and driving to fields, and it was really, really good.
So you were in the Spinmasters, were you?
Yeah, through Eric, Spinmasters had a radio show. So I used to go on their radio show regular. And then we used to go out DJing.
Yeah.
With Eric being my friend. Just got closer to them. It was great. Just went all over DJing.
Yeah.
Can't tell you how exciting it was.
Yeah, yeah. It was just amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah. It wasn't really exciting in the days, but when you look back and you think, wow, I did some great things.
Yeah.
I did some really good things.
I remember, because I worked in a bank in town, and then my workmates, just like when I left school, and my workmates were all into indie, most of them. And they would go to the indie night on the Thursday at Hacienda. And then it felt like everyone suddenly got into house music. It just seemed to so fast.
The Hacienda used to be pretty quiet.
Yeah.
And then I don't know how it happened, but it just started to getting really good and really busy, and then boom, it was the place to be. It was great.
How did you end up? You worked with the Orb, didn't you?
Yeah, that was through Eric again.
Yeah,
that guy's been pivotal in my life.
Yeah,
he phoned one evening and says, "The Orb are in town. Do you want to play at their after party?" I knew they were because I had a couple of their tunes. Said, "Yeah, I'll play. I'm not doing anything." Went down, met them, got on with Alex. Alex said, "I like the way you DJ." Took my details, and that was it. A few months later, I was on tour with them.
Wow.
It was really good.
What year was that?
Can't remember. I think it was 92, 93, 94. I
Yeah.
can pin it down because the Orb did a gig at the Academy and they were all dressed in fancy dress.
Yeah.
And I was there looking at them all thinking, wow, this is really crazy.
Yeah.
They're like dressed as a Pink Panther and things. But that was a really good party, that one. That was at Jabez Clegg.
All right, yeah.
That was at
Yeah.
Jabez Clegg, that. And then the rest is history. Alex has become one of my best friends.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, going out DJing with the Orb and stuff, it was really good.
You know, everyone, including me.
Glastonbury.
Did you go Glastonbury with him?
Yeah, Glastonbury. All over. Got some great stories about Glastonbury.
Have you?
Yeah. Me, the Orb, and 808 stay at Glastonbury.
Can you talk about Ecstasy or?
I never liked it.
Yeah.
So I kind of avoided it. I used to smoke weed.
Yeah.
So I used to smoke weed and just get stoned and be very quiet.
Yeah.
But all the others, they wouldn't leave it alone.
Yeah.
Everyone was like pills and amphetamine, acid. Then ketamine came out. But I never liked it. Cocaine, ooh. I've never liked anything like that. Just I don't smoke anymore, but I used to. I used to stay awake. What used to happen is we'd go to a gig or a venue or a festival. Because I didn't drink or smoke, I'd end up driving home. So I'd have to stay awake and alert, and everybody was mashed up. We still had fun. It was loads of fun.
So you can remember them days then, can't you?
Not a lot of the detail, but I can remember. I can remember doing a lot of stuff and driving a lot of hours up and down the motorway. Because there was the time I used to do ticket touting.
Yeah.
And we used to drive a lot on the motorway then, following bands and tours, selling posters and doing tickets. That was fun as well.
Did you make a lot of money out of that? Like
not really a lot of money, but everyone sort of did it as a job.
Yeah.
And that was good, that. You know, a lot of camaraderie.
Yeah.
A lot of motorway.
Yeah.
A lot of service stations. And a lot of backstage areas.
Yeah.
And vans, loads of vans.
Yeah.
Driving vans up and down with loads of gear in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like rock and roll lifestyle.
There's so much that happened, it couldn't be compressed into half an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to remember the Orb, like, when they didn't start out in Manchester, did they?
No.
I'm getting them mixed up. With someone else.
KLF?
No, but well, KLF.
Because that time, this sort of ambient music thing started. And the KLF album came out, the Orb album came out, and everybody was into ambient and chilling out and doing hallucinogenics and ecstasy and just monging out in chill out rooms.
Yeah.
It happened about the same sort of time.
Am I thinking of the Chemical Brothers? Did they start in Manchester?
I don't know.
It was good. I think The Little Fluffy Clouds was the first track I heard by them. And I was like, wow, I'm not in anything like this.
What is this? Yeah.
Yeah.
The first thing I bought from them was The Assassin.
I'm going to have to listen to that again.
I think it was Bandulu, but Orb did a remix or something. But it's one of their tunes. It's on one of their albums. And DJ Lewis helped to remix. That was one of my favourite tunes back in the day.
Yeah.
That's why I knew the Orb. So when Eric came to me, I said, oh, The Assassin, I like that tune. So I went and met him that night. But DJ Lewis, asked me who the best DJ was. It was DJ Lewis.
DJ Lewis, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you know him or know about him.
I don't know much stuff, to be honest.
He was my favourite DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really good. Really good. Clinical.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good music.
Did you ever do the Thunderdome?
No.
Or the Konspiracy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went to the Thunderdome a few times.
Yeah.
I knew the people that owned it.
Yeah.
And I went a few times.
Yeah.
But No, I never played there.
It didn't last long, did it, Thunderdome?
No. A lot of things didn't. Konspiracy didn't. Don't know how long that lasted, but it didn't last very long.
Yeah, it didn't last long at all, did it?
No, but it burnt bright.
Yeah.
We used to get there about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and there'd be queues around the block.
Yeah.
Queues waiting to get in.
Did that open? Because I went there, and I must have gone in when it first opened because it wasn't that busy. But I think I went on a Thursday night because I used to do a lot of clubbing midweek.
Okay.
Did that open at weekend as well, Konspiracy?
Yeah.
So when the queues around the block, would that have been like Saturday night?
Friday, Saturday,
yeah.
They were great, man. That
So
was a good club there.
all them clubs sprung from the hacienda, really, didn't they? All them.
Yeah. Because clubs weren't allowed to open later than 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
So parties and raves, that's why parties and raves are really, really popular.
Yeah.
And then they started giving out late licenses.
Yeah.
And there was a handful of clubs like Rock World.
Yeah.
That used to have a late license.
Yeah.
And every now and then there'd be late nights there.
Yeah. Was that a late license for the rock music at Rock World?
I think it was.
Yeah.
But they used to put things on there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I think it was either Freedom to Party or Rob's Night. Herbal Tea Party.
Oh, God, I forgot about that. Yeah.
It was one of them. Because I remember Alex was playing on them, and I used to go there with Alex because he'd come to Manchester, probably stay at my house, and then we'd go down to the club and stay up all night and then stay up all day, and then you'd get the train back to London.
The Herbal Tea Pie was mad, wasn't
Fantastic.
It's an Irish pub on it, but the New Ardry and then...
Well, that place, the New Ardry, that's where we saw Bob Marley.
You saw Bob Marley there?
Yeah, that's another story.
Wow. What? How did that happen?
He just did a gig there.
The New Ardry?
It's a long story. Sorry, I'll give you that one another time.
Yeah.
But the Ardry, I used to do a night called Pollen.
I remember that.
Do you?
Yeah.
Herbal Tea Party. They used to do it like mirroring us. Herbal were like really harder, and we were a bit funkier.
Yeah.
But we were playing house music.
Yeah.
And it was great. Those were fantastic days then.
Yeah.
That's probably my favourite night. Pollen. Yeah, Pollen was really
I think I vaguely remember a flyer.
I've got some of the flyers.
Have you?
Yeah. I'll send you pictures.
Yeah, and I can drop it into the video then.
I've got loads of flyers still and posters. We did one at the Hacienda and it sold out immediately.
Did it?
Yeah, it was one of the best nights that.
Was that a midweek night or?
I think, no, I can't remember. I think it was the midweek night.
Yeah.
But it sold out. It was either Tuesday, Wednesday or a Thursday.
Yeah.
It sold out really quickly and it was really good. I think I've still got the poster from it. I've still got loads of flyers and stuff.
And what was it like? Like house music, but a bit spacier?
It was a bit funkier.
Yeah.
More like, if you know music, I used to play DJ Pierre.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Yeah. You know DJ Pierre?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. Strictly Rhythm.
Yeah.
I played a lot of Strictly Rhythm stuff. And sort of funkier kind of house music.
Yeah.
But Herbal were a lot harder.
Yeah.
It was good Herbal. I used to like their nights.
Yeah.
Just to go there and get stoned and just listen to the music.
Yeah. Because I felt like there's a misconception in it that everyone was on ecstasy back in them days, but
no.
Like
there was a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
There's a whole heap of drugs, but you don't have to do drugs to enjoy it.
No, and
that's the key.
Stuff like the Orb was good for having a smoke on it.
Yeah. It still is.
Yeah.
It still is. Pollen was good because every now and then they'd give out acid.
Yeah, they give out acid.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there was like a little bucket of acid. And came in, and if you wanted a shot, you could get a shot of acid. And I used to do the warm-up, usually about 2 hours. And I would literally start with chilled out beats and then get faster and faster to about 125 beats per minute. I play loads of acid and chilled out stuff, and it was so good.
Yeah.
And loads of rhythm stuff with rhythm and bongos, and it was a fantastic night.
Wow,
I loved doing that night.
I never knew acid was being handed out.
Yeah, not every week.
Yeah,
but every now and then.
Yeah,
there'd be a treat for people.
Yeah.
And then we used to do parties in fields. After Pollen, we'd take the PA and set it up in a field, and then just have a party then.
Where would you go?
One I remember we did on the Chalternese. Just took the PA over to Chalternese and set it up. And just had a great party. And it was quiet. The police came, but they never did anything. And it just went on till 6, 7, 8 in the morning or something.
So the police came and just left you to it?
I think they came and looked, and it wasn't closed down. I've been at loads of parties that have been shut down, but it wasn't shut down.
Yeah.
We did one party in a morgue.
In a morgue?
Yeah. On the slab that they do the dissecting on.
Wow.
Did one party on there. Done parties in churches.
I wouldn't like to do an acid at that.
No, it's all right. It's just a venue.
Yeah.
Churches.
Yeah. Jay Wadden's doing one in
Yeah. Yeah. His nights were good as well.
Yeah.
Not Oldham. Not Hippos. Hippos.
Yeah.
Hippos. That was good. I played there as well.
Yeah.
Not on his night, but I played there as well. That was good. It was good up there.
Did you work with anyone? As I'm doing these videos now, like a few people have worked with Sasha. Did you work with anyone like that?
Yeah, before Sasha was famous, we all used to hang out and DJ from Manchester. I didn't really know where he came from, but we DJed together with a guy called Mad Hatter.
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah.
Black Mad Hatter. There was two.
All right.
There was a white guy called Mad Hatter, Andy, and there was another one, but he was from London.
Yeah.
And another guy called Pigsy. He was really good at DJing and mixing. He was really good. One of the best I've heard.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happened to him, but he was brilliant.
Yeah.
And Sasha was just like one of us. And then he started hanging out in John De Silva and them, and then ended up in the Hacienda.
Yeah.
But a real nice guy, good guy.
Yeah.
But used to play some wicked music.
Yeah.
But back in the day.
It's interesting when these YouTube videos of like 1989 and Sasha at Hacienda, but they play hip hop as well as house when they.
Yeah.
People might look back and think it was just all house on.
Because in those days, we'd literally play the faster tunes. So, for example, when I went to, say, play at the kitchen, I know I'm playing at the kitchen tonight after the Reno, I just leave all my slow records at home and just bring all the things that were like 100 beats and upwards and play from that. Then it started getting faster and faster.
Yeah.
It was good. We used to do another club called the Q Club. And that
rings a bell.
That was the soul club.
Yeah.
That was just soul.
Yeah.
That used to sell out every week. That was really good. But we never used to play house music. And I remember playing a house music track in there, Alison Limerick, because I was thinking, God, I've got to start playing this tune.
Yeah.
Nobody liked it.
No one didn't go down well.
No. I was really disappointed. Because it's soulful, but it didn't really go down very well.
Yeah.
It does now.
Yeah.
You can play that anywhere now and it going out. But Manchester was the black music scene, they didn't really like house music. I think it was the association with drugs.
Yeah.
people didn't really like house music, and they'd say, "Oh, you're on drugs," and
I never knew that.
yeah, there was a kind of a divide. When I went to London, it was totally different. Somewhere like the Ministry of Sound, you'd play there, but you'd go in the back room, and there'd be speed garage in the back room.
Yeah.
So I played there, and then just gone in the back room and hung out in the back room till like 5 a.m. or something, listening to speed garage.
Yeah.
It was good London.
Yeah.
That's all. A lot more stories about that to tell as well.
Yeah.
London was good.
Can you remember when Kenny, this, it's hard to remember things in it, but can you remember the first house record that you heard? Or was there a track that got you into house music?
No.
A lot of people say Adonis,
No.
don't they? But I think...
No, we just like... Because when you went to the record shop, they go, "We've got this in, we think you might like it." You listen to it, you do what DJs do, the first few bars, and you think, "Oh, I like that." And you just buy it. You wouldn't really care what tempo it was. You just think, "Oh, I like that, that's different. Yeah, I love that one."
Yeah.
Then when you look back, you think, "Oh, wow, yeah, I've got Adonis, I've got Sueno Latino, I've got all these tunes that I just bought as tunes, but they're actually classic house tunes."
Yeah.
But it didn't really, that changed my life.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like more gradual.
Yeah, it's just because I was buying all sorts of music. When you look back, you think, wow, I've got a lot of music that was up tempo. A lot of it is classed as classic music. You think, oh, wow, great.
Have you kept any of your records?
Yeah.
Have you kept all of them? Some people
Yeah.
Have you?
I've only ever given away 2 records.
So how many do you think you've got?
Oh, thousands.
Have you?
Yeah. I remember what I've given away as well. I gave away Scruffs. Is it Chicken in the Basket, it's called? To my friend Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin Edwards, because he really liked it. And we were playing in Macclesfield or somewhere like that, doing a soul gig. And he really liked it. I played it and he liked it. So I gave it him. And it was a Masters at Work track that I gave to DJ Lewis.
Yeah.
I hope he still got it. I forget what it was called now, but I want it back, Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good, that tune.
Got
I've got it digital now, but
yeah.
I've only ever given away 2 records. So I've got everything that I've ever bought from when I was about 15.
Wow, I'd love to see that. Did you go to Legends?
Where?
Legends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to go to... I played in Legends, but I used to go... I never played a lot there, but I used to go... Is it Wednesday when Greg used to play there?
Yeah, I did a video with Greg Wilson.
Yeah. He's a good guy as well.
Yeah. Yeah, because I can't believe that isn't documented much Legends, because from the sounds of it, it almost sounds like it was better than Hacienda at times, because it had the laser show and electro was coming out. And
yeah, it was better for different reasons,
yeah.
But Hacienda was amazing.
Yeah.
It was just good. We used to go on the Flesh Night.
Yeah, I went to that as well.
Flesh Night was a fantastic night.
Yeah.
Because you could just blend in. Being tall and black, they'd look at you and think, oh, is he dealing or what? No, I was just sat in the corner listening to music. But it was good.
Yeah. Yeah, and I used to love the Paradise Factory as well.
Yeah, that was another good one.
Yeah.
Wow. Any other clubs you can remember?
I'm on the spot now, the Number One Club.
Number One was good. Played in there too.
Did you DJ at Number One? Yeah.
That was good, yeah.
Was you playing house music there? Or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. House music, yeah.
Yeah.
Something like a Thursday night or a Tuesday night or something.
I used to love Sankey Soap.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it became like a super club, didn't it? But I used to love the acid jazz nights on Friday.
Okay. Yeah, I never went.
Yeah.
I think when that was happening, I was spending a lot of time in London then.
Yeah.
I was living in London and DJing out of London and doing things like touring with the Orb and going different places and playing at parties in London and things.
Yeah.
London was wicked. London's the place.
I wish I would have done things. I never travelled out. I went to Nottingham quite a lot.
Yeah. Venus.
Yeah, I went to
Venus.
that. Yeah. And
I
Cool
played
Cats.
Venus with Sasha.
How did you play that?
With Sasha. I remember we had a PA system and took it down there. All these little memories are coming back now.
Yeah, they come.
Yeah, I can remember driving back from Nottingham and the sun shining in the morning.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I always remember that when I go on that road, that bypass, A500.
Yeah.
That comes from the M6 and it goes down to Stoke and you go off to Nottingham. I always remember that.
Yeah. I
think Nottingham was good. DIY.
No, I didn't go to that. Cool Cats went to that. And Venus.
Yeah, Venus was a good place. But DIY Sound, they were really good. And Smokescreen, they used to do all the free parties.
Yeah.
Gigs and Whoosh.
No, I didn't go to that.
Oh, you don't know about DIY Sound?
No, I'm going
to need to do some investigating.
Yeah.
They were good then.
Yeah.
Smokescreen.
Yeah.
They're all still going.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were really good. They were like our mirror, but in Nottingham and Sheffield, eh?
Yeah.
They used to do all the free parties and stuff.
Yeah.
DIY were fantastic.
God, there was so much stuff that sprung up from that same one. There's so many sound systems and groups and DJs.
Yeah, I'm thinking of another one as well. Sugarlump.
That rings a bell.
Sugarlump.
Yeah.
Wow, they were good.
Yeah.
Sancho Panza.
Yeah.
Wow, they're good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good music out there.
Yeah.
Awful lot.
I think we're hitting near half an hour.
Okay.
And I always try and end them.
Okay.
With, can you think? So I always like a favourite track. So I think it's impossible, isn't it? Yeah. That'd be another video in itself, wouldn't it? What about like a favourite club from the Reno? A favourite track from the Reno?
From the Reno?
Yeah.
Oh. You know that's impossible.
Yeah.
One of the first tunes from the Reno that I used to play was Herbie, Hancock and Chameleon. And how the Reno worked was it would open at 10.
Yeah.
For the first hour, the owner was Nigerian.
Yeah.
And he played Nigerian music, high life and so on. So you're there. And then after that, we'd start playing like funk and jazz and things that we like. And he used to always play Chameleon because it was long and complicated and it was funky and he had enough time to sit down and have a smoke and listen to it. So I'm going to name Chameleon.
I'm going to listen to that on the bus going home. So I'm just going to stop recording now.